What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be jumping into Warzone and going over how to unlock the Season 6 Battle Pass weapons from Cold War here in Season 1 of Caldera or Warzone Pacific for those of you that are free to play. Now, I know not everyone has access to Black Ops Cold War. Maybe you don't own the game, and maybe you didn't play enough last season, or you're just a new player in general, and you're going to want to get your hands on those weapons at some point. And good news is you're going to be able to do it via a challenge. Now, in today's video, we're going to go over what those challenges are so you know what you actually need to do, and we'll go over some tips and tricks for each of the individual challenges, as well as some locations that you can go to make it just a little bit easier. But before we jump into the rest of the video here, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and throw an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys would like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button, also that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. So first things first, the first weapon we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Grav. Now, in order to unlock this, of course, you're going to need to know what that challenge is. So go over to where you edit your loadout, go to the assault rifle category, scroll all the way down to the Grav from Cold War, and the challenge is going to read as follows. Using assault rifles, kill 3 enemies who are at a lower elevation in 15 different completed matches. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to get 3 kills at any point during the match, and I got great news for you. Caldera is going to be a good map to do it, just because it has all those higher elevation spots. Now, essentially, all you have to do is be higher up than the players you're shooting. Super easy to do. The real challenge here for some of you might just be getting or finding 3 players that you can do that with. Now, the first thing I'm going to recommend, and this is going to be universal to both challenges, is that you jump into Plunder. Plunder gives you an extended amount of time to usually complete these challenges. Obviously, people are usually going for money or just in general killing each other for their XP, trying to level up their weapons. So you're going to get into more engagements in this, and I think it just overall gives you the best time to get it regardless of your skill level. So whether you're a higher skill player and you can do this in a little bit faster amount of time than maybe a lower skill player, everyone still gets an equal chance to be able to do it, because it's suggesting you do have to complete those matches. So you're not going to want to do 20 matches, 25. So obviously jumping in is going to allow you to do that easy. All right, so now that you know you're jumping into Plunder, we're going to go ahead and talk about location. So for this first challenge regarding the assault rifle, getting at a higher elevation, the most popular place I could find on the map as of this time is Peak. So I highly recommend you guys fly in on Peak. Try to land on one of those mountain tops. You'll be able to look down on those players below you and kind of hit them as they, show themselves essentially. Also, once you're at the top of Peak, I was able to take the lift down towards the, the bottom. And I was able to actually take some enemies that were on lower elevation on the way down as well. Peak absolutely, though, has the most engagements, and I feel like it's probably the most popular place on the map as of now. It's not going to be the best place for all of the challenges, but I think if you're overall looking for the most engagements, the most opportunities to get your kills or take people out or your challenges in order to complete them, that's going to be the place that you want to go. Now, overall, it's not going to matter a ton what assault rifle that you use. So let's go ahead and jump into the class setup that I was using, just in case you guys are curious and want to use this as well. Alrighty, for this challenge, I was rocking the AK-47 from Cold War with the attachments, the muzzle, groove suppressor, barrel, 20-inch Spetsnaz RPK barrel, the optic, axle, arms 3 times, magazine, 60 round, and the underbarrel, the Spetsnaz grip. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move on to our second challenge. The second weapon we're looking at is the 410 Ironhide Shotgun. So if you guys go to where you edit your loadout, scroll over to the shotgun category, make sure you have those Black Ops weapons visible, scroll down to the 410 Ironhide Shotgun. It's going to read as follows. Using shotguns to get 2 point-blank kills in 15 different completed matches. Now, this one was a little bit trickier, but the same is going to be said as we did with our other challenge. You're going to want to jump into Plunder. However, the location on the map might be a little bit different. I chose not to go to Peak with this one. I chose to kind of follow some players kind of closer. That way I could actually get into those closer engagements, being that you do have to use a shotgun and it does have to be a point blank. Now, one thing that I did find really, really helpful when doing this challenge that maybe I didn't have the ability to do with some of the other ones is when you're actually taking out players, if you manage to down them, you can go up and put the gun right up to them, pull the trigger, you will get your point blank kill and it will count. You do only have to get 2 of these, so it is a little bit more challenging for those players that don't actually go down because maybe they're playing solo. But if you do manage to actually down them, you'll be able to get really close range and take them out, like I said, without any issues. You could also try to go to the end of this the line when flying in at the beginning, see if you can find any AFK players that you could possibly just put the gun up to them and pull the trigger and get your 2 kills quickly. Overall, this is going to be a more challenging one, but I do think it is going to be typically pretty easy, considering, like I said, you can down players and still actually get that point blank to count. I think the biggest challenge you're going to face with this is really just trying to get close enough to people for it to count as a point blank. Overall, I think you guys won't have too many issues, but let's go ahead and dive into the class setup that I did. use in order to make this easier for me. Alrighty, again I stuck to Cold War weapons. For the muzzle, agency choke. For the barrel, 14.4 inch task force. The laser, the ember sighting point, stock, duster stock, and the magazine, the 18 rounds. Luckily, I feel like with the challenges on both of these weapons, neither of them are really all that difficult. It's just a matter of finding a good spot on the map, which we've tried to cover. Overall, knowing what game mode to play and having some good setups in order to achieve it. I think both of these challenges are significantly easier than some of the ones we've had in the past. Just make sure stay through all of your matches, let those things get complete, tally on that progression so that way you guys don't have to do more matches than it asks for. Overall, I think you guys will be able to use these tips to make it a little bit easier for yourselves. Go out there, get these weapons unlocked, and enjoy some more time out there in the war zone. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video. That's going to wrap things up. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.